a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check right 54, right 54, and pick your
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check, 154, 154. I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
57's the mic. Come on.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's Coleman. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Screenplay, McKinnon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now pass complete here to Sanders. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run forward, Breida, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
33 yards that time. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Mariota completes it to Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mariota now to throw on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota again. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
21.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Hey, alert. 58 to Mike. Hey, wahoo.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
65.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards, first down Niners. This is Mostert. And an alley to run. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
57,
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got Lewis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on second down. Mariota under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mariota from the gun on third down. He's got his man Sharp complete. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
13. Hey, 7.
Now on second and 13. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here we go.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
From the 27, Garoppolo escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Bravo.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. D Ford getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Mariota. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Mostert. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Here we go. 11. What do you need? You can't hang. I got this.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His sack second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No doubt to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Complete. This is Lewis. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Mariota on 4th down. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check right. Watching you go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Remaining, and the 49.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it when it's time.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Set. 180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. All day. All day.
Here's Newton. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Pick up the ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Mike,
from the gun, here's Newton. He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 60 out, Lord. We got three, fellas. We got three. Ready?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, such as you have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On 2nd and 10, Newton, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
It's 3rd and 9.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield. At the 49.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of 2 there, second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Hunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
This is McCaffrey, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready? Go, go.
Right there.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Now it's the backup Greer. He's going to look deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Not today, you know. Not today. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Big grip.
Now a first down throw. Greer. That's to McCaffrey, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Greer. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second and 6. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike, 53.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. K1 short, providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he's got his target. That's more. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
Greer now, 4 of 5 since coming on. It's first and 10. Greer on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From the 50, here's Greer. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by Treadwell. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Hey, box truck.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gonna throw deep for the end, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Panthers take over. We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 78 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw it.
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 79 yards. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play?
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second and 4. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to go. It's Greer. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
3 down, 3 down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, this is Hunt. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
35's the mic.
They run again with Hunt. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Greer. Now he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. First down, Greer. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Greer now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Greer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Greer looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Again, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And avoids the contact by sliding.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I can't believe they even let you play.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. Going deep for Diggs. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Bring it. Bring it. Kill.
Back to throw. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because
and here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll run again with Hunt. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. To throw on third down, Greer. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Carolina, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison man claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing here? 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 13, 180!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On first down, here's Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, This is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Here we go, here we go.
First down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Garoppolo gives to Breda. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 2.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that. His team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string, he's a defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Scratch, check 3, check 3.
11.
Shit, watch the shit.
1, Omaha.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Reed picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They complete it to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He finds McCoy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Mahomes. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
Watch the pass.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Running out of the gun here, Breida.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
1, Omaha.
Check 25, check 25. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 6-yard touchdown run, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And Rashawn McCoy off to the races. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashawn McCoy, 67 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Breida. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Out of the shotgun, Breida busts through the tackle. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
You can't fight. You can't block me.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 49 yards. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Here's McCoy. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set rip lift. Switch.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. On 1st down, Coleman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
To throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Yellow.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one.